video, I want to talk about solving an exponential equation by finding common bases with linear exponents. So now that we're doing all this work with exponential equations and exponential functions, we kind of need to know how to solve some of these exponential functions or exponential equations. And one of the best ways to solve an exponential equation is to try to put something in a common base. So basically, if you have a number like 4 to a power like x, and you have that equal to 4 to another power like 6x minus 7, then these powers have to be equal because the bases are equal, right? So two equal bases raised to powers that are equal have to be raised to equal powers. The powers have to be equal. So basically the idea in solving these equations in this way is to try to get the bases to be equal so that we can set the powers equal to each other. So we need to look for a base that might be common to both of these, or a factor that might be common to both of these, that we can change both of them into whatever to that power. So in this case, we could use 2 or we could use 4. Both will work. I'll go ahead and use 4 because I think it's a little bit easier, but if you wanted to use 2, that would work too. So 16 is 4 squared, so we would change this into 4 squared. And then that is still raised to the x power. And then 64 is 4 to the third. And that is still raised to the 2x minus 3 power. So that's still raised to the 2x minus 3 power. Now, if you remember, to do a power to a power, you multiply the powers. So this is going to be 4 to the 2x equals 4 to the 3 times 2x minus 3. Okay, so now we have equal bases, so we can set the exponents equal to each other. So 2x equals 3 times 2x minus 3. So now we can use the distributive property and get 6x minus 9 equals 2x. And then over here we can take away 6x from both sides. And we get negative 4x equals negative 9. So dividing both sides by negative 4, we get x equals 9/4. And that is our final answer. Let's take a look at one more example. So here I want to try to get them to have the same base, and I remember that 243 is a power of 3, and so is 9. So 243 is 3 to the 5th power, and 9 is 3 squared. So we have 3 squared to the 2x power. Now, power to a power, you multiply powers, so we have 3 to the 4x equals 3 to the 5th. So then we get 4x equals 5. So dividing by 4, we get x equals 5/4. And that is how you use common bases to solve exponential equations.